Of course, you need to protect your data, but your IT infrastructure might also be at risk. Because SQL Server is powerful, it also includes ways to get information about the current system, and also to send commands to the underlying operating system. So, the local machine can be targeted, depending on which service account SQL Server is running. An attacker might also be able to target some other processes on the machine that run under the same account, and even the network. So, let's do a quick demo of this. Here, I am connected to SQL Server with a login that is member of the sysadmin fixed server role. It's Rudy inside the virtual domain. It means if I'm member sysadmin, I am granted the control server permission, and I can do anything inside SQL Server. There is an old extended stored procedure named xp-cmd shell that allows to execute commands on the underlying operating system from T-SQL. It is disabled by default for obvious security reasons, but as I am sysadmin, I can as well enable it again. Like this, I am running spconfigure to change system configuration inside SQL Server. I am showing the advanced options, which include the xp-cmd shell enabling command. So I will run spconfigure to show advanced option, then I will run spconfigure to enable xp-cmd shell, and I will run the reconfigure to change the configuration. So here we go. And I will now execute xp-cmd shell with the command at the underlying operating system level. I will run the netuser command, which will allow me to change the password of a user. I will choose the J-code account, I will change its password to that, and I will say this is a domain account. So let's try this. You see, the request will be processed at a domain controller for domain virtualbabaluga.com. This is my virtual domain. It knows obviously in which domain I am, and it will go to that domain and change the password of the J-code account. But of course here it won't do it because there is a system error. Fortunately, my SQL Server service runs under an account which doesn't have the permission to do that at the Active Directory level, of course. But if you are careless and you run your SQL Server service under an account having some administrative privileges at the domain level, which obviously you would never do, then this command would work and an attacker would have access to this account because he would have changed the password and he would know the password now, obviously. And if I am an attacker, the next thing I will do is to cover my traces, meaning I'm changing back the options to xp-cmd shell at 0 and show advanced option at 0 to go back to the original settings.